couple of MPLs, but at the end of the day, I think people need to understand that the next generation is here. They are here.
They landed.
They landed.
What's wrong with me saying they landed?
You're making them sound like babies come from pelicans. They just drop from the sky.
They don't?
Yes. Yes, as a...
I watched it in a movie. That's not how it works.
As a Christian man.
That into this. But, Gideon, you know, you've been here for quite some time. Have
Very
you got
long.
the chance to enjoy a Tropicana ice cream?
You mean the Tropicana double crunch?
Double, not single, double.
Not single.
One tier. Just one tier. From all our single games.
Like the retribution, the hard guard on Aran. Purple buff still being game one as well. Hilda seems of red side, blue side though, earlier. Red side win rate is MPL ID 51% third if you compare it to the 5 regions of MPL.
It's interesting that it's still a 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Because so far we've been seeing teams find a lot more success in the playoffs, specifically on blue side. We're seeing very similar numbers as well across the regions, but we're going back into the game here. This is important now. Cho and Angela for TLID.
Oh boy, oh boy. Now Kescute has to answer the question, do I pick up Ling? Or do I just maybe go Bane, maybe just go pick up the Phoveus plus the Bane? There's so many ways to actually answer this.
I think...
Alf? Oh, true, Bane.
Yeah, I mean, TLID, they're not going to use a flex card. Putting things up here, he has skill with the Angela, most likely. Alpha Faramis or Rins. Yeah, I mean, without the Jushin, Rins, you mentioned how the Faramis was clutch last game, and this pick might be the game changer for RQ.
It could just be it. This third pick, I'm thinking maybe a jungler here because it's going to get pinched in that second phase. We could look for another just big flex. At the same time, they could just lock in their mid laner, something with high AoE to stop Netherrealm.
I think Davian's role is too important.
Yeah.
No way.
It's going to be the Ling.
Yeah.
Angel Ling online again, ladies and gentlemen. Will this combo, will this combination bring them their first trophy? Second phase, here we go.
Oh, dude, I can't. With the chance, it's making me nervous thinking about this draft, man.
Me too!
Oh my goodness.
I'm feeling it. Okay. We'll start with TLID. Into the second phase, what do we need to respect? Technically, the Irrital from Skylar,
Yeah.
the win rate has faltered in the face of Cho. So do they still want to ban that out? They don't. They go for the Phoveus.
Oh, yeah, Phoveus is going to be necessary here. But I think now the real question, because Kescute is already basically locked into this into the alpha.
Yeah.
At this point, there's not a lot of disengage. I would make an argument for wave clear could be a, even if you do throw him in.
There's the Mathilda.
Far. That's why I think that if TLID go for the gut thought, it might be good, but no. Instead, they're just gonna leave Cho in his own zone, and Terizla, just a hard way to maybe get a cancel, maybe force an ult from the Faramis.
Yeah, very conventional way in dealing against an alpha as well, during the neutral objective flicker. Penalty zone will be the answer. Will that hero be the hero that delivered them the crown?
For the first time in Aura plus TLID history, the crown. But remember, if RQ picked this up, it's been a while. It's been quite some time.
It has been. It really has been so
It
far.
might be the 5th time. So we're gonna throw it over to the casters for the final game. Boys, deliver it with brilliance.
Showdown for the silverware. One last game to ascend to the galaxies. Who will be the kings of the galaxy? Who will be the MPL ID Season 14 champions? It is Team Liquid ID against RRQ Hoshi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 7.
It has now come to this, the final game in the match. And we're seeing familiar picks and unfamiliar picks as well. Skylar on the Ixia with the war cry against an assassin. A bold move, a desperate time for Kescute. We'll see how this plays out, man. The Cho in the hands of Witty will definitely be a big problem for the side of RRQ. We've seen it happen before, but along with that, with 2 Purifies, RRQ have a lot more safety built in, but Team Liquid ID will have the initiative.
They picked the Ixia and Matilda. Yesterday it was picked up by TLID, but now it's an RRQ. What are the differences for this pick against yesterday, Arashi?
Ooh, hang on a second. Get clear. Ooh, scary stuff. What's the difference? I feel like this time they're up against an assassin with a lot of mobility. Actually, they're up against a composition with a lot of mobility in general. Harith, Ling, Cho. Tenacity is on 3 members because they know they require that extra bit of survivability. They're going to be playing on the back foot, trying to actually survive initially, but in the early game, they're going to try and use this Alpha Matilda combo as leverage. But look at Fabian.
Trying to clear the wave as fast as possible. Witty. Shun 2 out, having the blades onto Edok. That's a Purify, but Fabian will be able to dodge away! The Usurper!
This is not how they wanted it to go. Citizen saving the Spear of Alpha for the right moment, but Fabian able to dodge out of it. A great win already early on for Team Liquid ID. 2 kills, 1,000 gold ahead.
A game fact by the new application Go Pay, Fabian with his Ling in Game 6 became the 2nd fastest farmer in MPL ID Season 14, reaching level 5 at 9 minutes and 6 seconds.
Penalty zone into the back line. Sutsujin still able to collect the retribution. The hard guard on Aran. Purple buff still being taken right now as Randishan is out. A bit of damage, but another realm will be sustained over. That's in his welcome, and the flicker. Dyron finds the head kill.
The chop from Dyron locks down and sets in stone RRQ. They fight back.
Wow, interesting situation there. RRQ going straight for the... Oh, hang on a minute. A little barrage.
And a flicker, too. Witty, not level 4. Will have to respect Edok.
Right, what I was about to say is that they weren't level 4 yet. They forced that fight pre-level 4, got the turtle that got them to level 4, and then they pushed the tempo and went straight for Team Liquid ID. It's like they knew the timers on Fabian getting his purple buff right there, knowing that he would most likely want to get that first before going into the fight. Now it's back to equal grounds, and Witty is level 4.
Fabian pull back. Sutsujin goes in for the Spear of Alpha, but Fabian is able to get the Finch poise to escape.
Still, they dance with depth, and Fabian likes that odds. And now, of course, Aran down bottom. It feels like he's not rotating as much as he was yesterday with the pick. What is he trying to achieve, Arashi?
Oh, hang on a second. Witty, he chased down.
Drag back as well, but there's no kill threat with just a Matilda and a Paramis.
Not enough burst at all, but look at Rins now. A bit out of position. This is the threat of
Oh.
the Ling, man. Sutsujin has been very generous with the Spear of Alpha. I don't know if he's conditioning Fabian to expect it, but
Wow.
this is how it's going. And Skylar, this is the second time he's popped that ulti.
Just the farm.
Just to make sure that he doesn't get stuck in a weird situation there, avoiding the lane technically.
Yeah, and they try to pressure the purple buff that is Fabian's. And Dyron is here as well.
Oh, Witty. There we go. It's going to be the kick down. Fabian, top of the blades, able to knock him out with the penalty zone as well. Another realm comes down, but Witty will lose his life. No, he still gets the Kundo on him.
Witty!
That's in his welcome, but they're all going to melt down as Aaron Shiki has rotated all the way from the gold lane. Fabian had the purple buff. He got it, and now he has slain Rins together with Aaron Shiki.
Witty bobbing and weaving, escaping death once more. 006. This Cho is a menace.
Just like that, again, 1,000 gold lead for Team Liquid ID. Now with the turtle, 1.5. Witty on the Cho, an absolute menace. Difficult to deal with, always around, just to be an absolute nuisance. RRQ, with all the prior picks that they have, this Alpha so far hasn't been able to find any success.
We'll take a look at the combo hero stat. 2 wins and 0 losses so far. The Matilda and the Ixia was picked yesterday by Team Liquid ID when they took down Bigatron Alpha.
And it was first picked by Kescute. Not this season, it was last season with Bigatron Alpha, Ixia and Matilda. This season it was them too, but did you remember if yesterday Aaron Shiki went for the war cry? Because I don't think it was war cry for Aaron yesterday.
I don't think it was either. This might be the idea might be to just get the war cry proc and then let everyone else do the job, right? Let Sutsujin maybe burst someone down and apply it from far away. It could be the synergy they're going for right here. But again, the problem still remains. RRQ can't really do much when it comes to engaging with the mobility from Team Liquid ID. The Matilda can't get a good catch, and so can't the Paramis. It really is only in the hands of Dyron, which is why we see him go for these big flicker Daytona welcome plays.
Dyron has to lock down the Ling, right? Fabian, he will run rampant as he used to. And of course, this time around the Brats has huge responsibilities behind its back. Now, of course, Iran going to accompany that mid laner of TLID, but Witty, again, just ever so enthusiastically opens up the map like that.
Edok procs the Circle Eagle trying to get something, but look at this, Aaron. Ooh, almost cornered by Dyron, but look at the duel on the top side, man. Whoa!
2v1 on Sutsujin. With a threat tree out, Sutsujin. Already uses Spear of Alpha. Fabian with a very ambitious dive. But it's on to one Alpha. They gotta respect the Alpha, man.
They do, they have to. But Sutsujin is far away. The turtle, though, spawns. And Fabian as well, but Fabian can catch up with the Finch Boys. RRQ, though, they have control of the turtle pit and they advance further. Witty is just here to cover.
Ooh. Ruins though, being really up front. Here comes Skylar. No guiding in for a while though. Is this the window? Oh, see Halbert first item.
Doji Kundo. That's what's welcome over to him. Fabian will be able to get an opening right now. He will try to go for the jump on the Skylar within the realm. Placed on him. Sutsujin with his retreat battle. Time to blaze in the midst of it all. Fabian escaping. No retreat on him, but RQ decides to go for the mid lane instead of invading the jungle. Aran trying to clear the wave all alone. Goes for the hammer swing, stocked up, and Spear of Alpha over to him. Flicker out. Aaron now with the Demand Force trying to save the turret from being taken. And he will be successful at that. He will stop RRQ from sieging the tier 1.
Witty? Oh, whoa. Securing. Yeah, guaranteeing the purple buff. But that might just cost them the mid turret. Great moves from RRQ. But what's fascinating is that how early that full barrage was popped earlier. Fabian almost seems caught off guard there. But then Rins moved backwards just to ensure that the Netherrealm actually reaches Skylar. And that could be the idea here, using that full barrage to really zone out the squishier members. If Fabian was on a tank, was on a fighter, he can kind of get into that danger zone and still go for the retreat. But now that he's on a Ling, we've talked about this matchup before, an assassin against a marksman. If the Ling can't really one-shot the marksman, the damage can't really be tanked up by something like a Ling.
Yeah, Fabian was thinking about it, right? In that turtle fight, he was about to jump towards Skylar, but Edok, with a great cover, just hides him. Fabian might look for this steal.
We got it!
He gets it!
Wow!
You thief in the night!
Crazy Fabian, Flavor Fave! Stealing it away from an Alpha. Now that's quite impressive. Sneaking his way. Like you said, realize a thief in the night.
A total plunder there.
But look at the pressure here immediately. Wins once more being the frontliner, staying confident with that Purify. Fabian going for a split now, having the purple buff, but the bottom tower shall fall. So both teams kind of equal, but hang on a second, Aaron.
Popping the full barrage. Good turn from Aaron Shiki, respecting the full barrage potential. But that's a hard guard too. It's a big resource, man. 2 big resources.
Yeah, Aaron Shiki hasn't been able to find much success with the Harith. This playoffs was overstanding a lot. Witty with the kick.
Onto Skylar. There's no follow-up here, but there's no full barrage either. Aaron Shiki doesn't have this Demand Force, but will be able to dish out some damage. Now Rins, forcing the Purifier, and another realm of dive. Fabian! Tap as a blade, Skylar fallen!
Fabian!
And now Edok is next! Sutsujin in the midst of it all, trying to get some damage down. Witty's still able to escape. Sutsujin goes in for a desperate Spear of Alpha, but gets caught by Flavor Fave! It's a triple kill for Fabian!
The castle walls crumbling down slowly. TLID. They charge even faster. Yeskill gets Dyron!
The Dino chased down by a Yeskill. Dyron will fall. They will not have control over the Lord. It will be TLIDs to take.
Dangerous preposition for RRQ. They sent Dyron to the top side. They know that Fabian was free to rotate around, but they don't respect the speed of the rotation. In the bottom lane, overextending, even with the guiding wind, even with the circling eagle, RRQ were just too far up, and they had nothing left to deal with Fabian. And you cannot do that. You have to ration everything perfectly to try and deal with the Cho, with the Ling, even with the Harith to a degree. RRQ suffered the price. 4k gold behind. It's only the first Lord, but it's not looking that good. But they do have a very solid high ground.
Yeah, and let's rewind a little bit, right? That fight down bottom. Vince popped the Netherrealm, but Skylar was out of range, so he had no cover behind that Netherrealm. And Fabian just dived into the backline, dived and ate Skylar alive. So this Ling will possibly be a problem again.
We were talking about this in the draft. How will you escape from the Ling? Assassinated before the Netherrealm even comes through. Around with the penalty zone. Fabian is going wild. And he dives under the turret. He will fall, but he is already bursted. He is already wasted resources away from the Kings.
Rex, Regum, Kaon shook again once more. TLID, they advance even further.
The Lord on the top side still. Team Liquid ID. 5k gold ahead. All things considered, Fabian actually gets taken out right there. It's a small victory if you look at the gold difference. Still managed to be held at that 4k mark. RQ once more. Can they play this patient enough? Even earlier with the Netherrealm, with everything used, they weren't able to actually survive long enough in the fight. And now Skylar once again is showing in the lane boldly, impudently.
Oh, this Ixia though, it becomes a very, very hard game to play. Once it scales into the late game, and look at Anon Tricky. 3-item power spike. But hey! Who says Onyx is not in the finals? Kyrie right there!
Yeah, with Buddy.
Yeah, with the whole gang almost.
Happy birthday, bro!
Happy birthday, Buddy.
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 And a fist bump as well right there, right?
Yeah.
All right, 50 seconds though, RRQ. They've banked on this composition. The early game at least has not been kind to them. This mid game, in theory, is one of the strongest points for Team Liquid ID, and they're still, by all means, at a 4k gold lead only. So RRQ, they're trying to play it as slow as possible, and they're avoiding overextending too far, ensuring that Edok at least can still get some saves using the guiding wind. But that means that Team Liquid ID can farm even faster. They've reached level 15 though, especially Fabian. So at this point, any kind of farm advantage will be useful for an item swap, but it won't affect the overall power.
Yeah, and of course Fabian, he terrorizes the kingdom. Wow. Look at what they want to throw into just taking down the usurper. This guy, it feels like there is no room for error when he has his hands on the Ling.
Ooh, we have to see what Skylar is building, man, because at this point, is he going to be forced to build a Wind of Nature? He needs something, because Fabian is bursting him down a bit too quickly. Maybe for this... Oh, hang on a minute. Okay.
Ooh, RQ, look at Witty. He's zoning Skylar away, completely away from the team fight. RQ don't know what to do. They are scattered by the cavalry. Their formation has been broken. And Fabian claims the Lord.
Impeccable. Impeccable work by the cavalry. Witty, for once, he was alone in the middle lane, but he got the job done, and they get a free Lord.
Is that the orange buff taken by Skylar, actually? No Wind of Nature just yet. Rose Gold Meteor, actually, for Skylar. We'll have to say, RRQ, again, catching up. We're at the 14-minute mark, and generally, in 2 or 3 minutes, we'll truly be at the late game, where the goal difference will be impactful, but it won't really be game-changing. RRQ holding on for dear life right here. But are they being too greedy with this itemization? Will Mathilda alone, with the Faramis, be able to save the Ixia from the thrust, from the assassination attempts of the Usurper?
5 items for the Usurper. Fabian, this might be his stage to prove that he is nothing short of a brilliance. And now RRQ, they need to defend their base, but their high ground, Arashi, is it any good?
It's pretty good with the full barrage, but again, it's not about the damage output from so far away. It's also how long can you defend? How can you stop the dive? Look at Witty.
Penalty zone from around. Witty jumps into the Jikundo. Another realm to save them, to save the kingdom. Once and for all, Fabian with the big boys escaping away. Tricky will go for the base. The lead is on it. The castle walls demolished. The road to glory denied. The kings have fallen. On the night of the revolution, on the night of fate, the cavalry do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of the kings. They push, they scream, and they charge!
The revolution is complete. The cavalry, they occupy the castle. They break free from the subjugation of the kingdom. The kingdom is no more. Their nightmares conquered. Their road has never been easy. 11 seasons of failures. 11 season of torment. 11 season of what ifs. But the season...
The gold laner. Dan selanjutnya ini dia Skill, our mid laner. Yang juga telah berkontribusi atas kemenangan tim Liquid Indonesia dengan begitu luar biasa bermain untuk tim Liquid Indonesia. Dan siapa dia? Fabian Acu bisa mendapatkan langsung medali pertamanya di playoff pertama mereka. Ditambah dengan cincin yang telah disematkan. The Jungler from Team Liquid ID. Miwing dulu. Dan Kabuki pun dia membuka setelah sekian lama berjuang bersama dengan Tim Liquid ID. Inilah dia Kabuki dan juga jajaran semua para player yang terus berjuang bersama di depan layar, di belakang layar pun. Dan juga ada James di sini yang mendapatkan medali dari UBS Gold ditambah dengan cincin pertama di Indonesia. Season pertama yang begitu naik turun untuk tim Liquid ID. Dan Yawi pun turut serta. Di atas panggung ini mereka adalah satu. Mereka terus berjuang bersama, memberikan ilmu dan segala yang mereka miliki untuk menjadi sang juara. Yawi telah mendapatkan cincin dan juga medali, namun jajaran coaching staff dari tim Liquid ID tidak bisa kita lupakan. Facehugger, dia berjuang dari season ke season, namun season ini bisa dibilang mereka memiliki strategi yang luar biasa. Ditambah dengan cara mereka menyatukan para player. Tak lupa, inilah dia, Sende Lucas dengan medali yang telah dia sematkan. Terbayar penuh semua usaha yang dia berikan kepada para playernya. Cincin pun kacing-kacing. 2 cincinnya nih. Tapi 1 cincin yang telah didapatkan, cincin pertama. Dan kita juga harus turut mengapresiasi dari manajer pula yang terus menerus kita bisa dengarkan dukungan dan support yang mereka berikan dari belakang layar. Dan Kodan berseason-season pada akhirnya terbayarkan. Talevi sudah dapat, Kodan sudah dapat. Boom! 1 medali terakhir telah disematkan. Jajaran manajemen, merekalah yang memperkuat tim Liquid ID dari balik layar. Ini adalah kemenangan bersama, ini adalah kemenangan tim. Dan kita akan berfoto bersama dengan Pak Michael Yahya. Dipersilakan untuk merapat. Pamerkan cincin kalian, pamerkan medali kalian. Karena kalian pantas untuk berselebrasi bersama dengan UBS Gold. Dan ini dia Cavalry, sebutlah juara kalian di MPL Season 14.
Terima kasih kepada Bapak Michael Yahya telah menyematkan kepada sang juara kita medali pertama dan juga cincin pertama dari mereka.
Betul sekali Bude, dan selanjutnya kita akan turut mengundang kepada Bapak Faris Shiki selaku MX Assistant Product Marketing Manager dari Samsung Phone S24 Ultra untuk menyerahkan hadiah kepada juara kita.
Makin rajin nih untuk push rank, untuk berlatih. Khususnya mereka memang sudah menang di sini.
Betul Bude.
Di hadapan mereka akan ada next step untuk di babak M6 World Championship.
Betul sekali, ini merupakan langkah awal. Ini bukan akhir dari kemenangan tim Liquid Indonesia. Karena mereka masih harus bersaing untuk mewakili Indonesia di M6 World Championship.
Satu persatu pemain dari tim Liquid ID. Mereka akan mendapatkan 1 unit Samsung Galaxy S14 series.
Betul sekali, dan ini merupakan apresiasi terhadap kerja keras tim Liquid Indonesia pastinya untuk bisa kembali berlatih dan pastinya lebih rajin untuk push rank, mempersiapkan diri untuk M6 mereka di Malaysia.
Tangan mereka sudah mulai penuh sepertinya karena hadiah demi hadiah
terus mengalir untuk sang juara. Kita akan mengabadikan momen ini. Boleh kembali bersatu di tengah untuk bersama-sama merayakan Raja Galaksi. Raja Galaksi dengan Samsung Galaxy mereka yang baru. Dan tentu saja ini akan menjadi momen di mana sang Raja Galaksi mereka akan ditantang terus-menerus setelah ini. Mereka mendapatkan sejarah baru dan terima kasih sekali Bapak. Boleh kembali karena selanjutnya kami akan memberikan hadiah selanjutnya.
Betul sekali, terima kasih kepada Bapak Faris Syidki selaku MX Assistant Product Marketing Manager dari Samsung Phone S24 Ultra. Dan selanjutnya kita akan mengundang Bapak Andika Magara Akan selaku Wakil Ketua Bidang Kompetisi, Atlet dan Prestasi ESI Provinsi Jawa Barat untuk memberikan champion check kepada tim Liquid Indonesia.
Yap, mereka telah berjuang di tanah Bandung, tanah yang menjadi saksi lahirnya juara baru. Mari kita akan abadikan momen bersama dan Raja Galaksi.
Dan inilah adalah bukti bahwa kerja keras dari mereka untuk bisa sampai ke panggung playoff dan akhirnya membawa tiket ke M6 sampai di akhirnya grand final mereka menjadi juara utama dari MPL Indonesia Season 14.
Baik, kita akan abadikan momen dengan title Raja Galaksi. Title baru untuk penunggang kuda handal tim Liquid ID yang sedang menjadi Raja Galaksi. Terima kasih sekali untuk Bapak, dipersilahkan untuk kembali ke tempatnya karena kita sudah mengabadikan momen ini Bapak Andika. Dan
selanjutnya kita akan mengundang Ibu Stephanie selaku Head of Marketing dari PT Popmart Indonesia untuk memberikan hadiah kepada tim Liquid Indonesia. Berikut ini adalah hadiah cek dari Popmart sebesar 30 juta ribu rupiah.
Mendapatkan banyak sekali hadiah. Hari ini tim Liquid ID benar-benar merasakan kebahagiaan yang telah mereka nantikan. Tiap season mereka berjuang, tapi season 14 menjadi momen yang patut untuk kita kenang. Kita akan mengabadikan momen ini bersama-sama.
Dan inilah dia momen bersama Popmart. Terima kasih untuk Ibu Stephanie yang telah memberikan hadiah kepada tim Liquid Indonesia. Dan selanjutnya Bude, kita masih punya pengumuman yaitu
untuk Final MVP. Waduh, siapa nih? Siapa yang bakal menjadi Final MVP? Ini. Coba tebak-tebak.
siapa? Oke, kayak kita sudah mendengar beberapa nama di sini Bude, tapi langsung saja kita akan mengumumkan our final MVP for MPL Indonesia Season 14 adalah Widi! The Wiseman Widi, Roma Ranyar, rookie baru yang mewarnai tim Liquid ID, mewarnai MPL Indonesia Season 14. Dan tentu saja Widi di sini akan mendapatkan banyak sekali hadiah. Betul sekali, maka dari itu kita akan kembali mengundang kepada Bapak Faris Syidki selaku MX Assistant Product Marketing Manager dari Samsung yang akan memberikan gaming package kepada Widi selaku Finals MVP dari MPL Indonesia Season 14.
Widi, kerja keras di Season 14, terbayar. Pria yang terlihat misterius, namun bisa menghunus semua lawannya. Semua yang telah dia dedikasikan untuk Season 14 terbayarkan. Dengan membaca patch, dengan mencoba untuk selalu membaca pergerakan dari lawannya. Turut serta memberikan dukungan kepada teman-temannya pula. Dan bagaimana halnya dengan yang dia miliki, semua dia berikan untuk tim Liquid ID.
Baik, dan selanjutnya kita juga akan mengundang
kepada Pak Michael Yahya selaku Creative Director of UBS Gold untuk memberikan Golden Thumb by UBS. Golden Thumb by UBS Gold akan didapatkan oleh VD sebagai final MVP yang terus kita bisa lihat cara dia meraih mimpi. Perlahan tapi pasti, satu langkah demi satu langkah dia berhasil lalui bersama kawan-kawan. Namun dari jempol Widi inilah menghasilkan juara dan permainan yang baik.
Betul sekali, ini merupakan apresiasi atas kerja keras dari Widi sebagai final MVP kali ini. Baik, terima kasih untuk Bapak Michael. Dan selanjutnya juga Widi akan menerima hadiah Pop Mart Doll yang merupakan Mega Space Molly 400% dari Pop Mart. Dan para champions di sini mendapatkan Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra sebagai hadiah kepada sang juara.
Dan kita akan langsung mengundang saja Bapak Faris Titik selaku MX Assistant Product Marketing Manager untuk kembali ke atas panggung untuk memberikan 1 unit Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
Betul sekali, dan juga ini merupakan MVP Trophy by Samsung yang akan diberikan langsung kepada Widi sebagai Finals MVP di MPL Indonesia Season 14. Boleh kita abadikan momen ini.
MVP Trophy telah diberikan dari Pak Faris Sidki. Dan tentu saja hadiah sudah banyak banget nih, udah didapetin oleh Widi. Saatnya kita mendengar sepatah dua patah kata dari Widi.
Terima kasih buat dukungannya semuanya. Untuk para The Calvaries pertama, terima kasih untuk bantu support aku, bantu nyemangatin aku. Apapun yang udah terjadi di reguler kemarin sampai saat ini, terima kasih banget. Karena kalian, aku bisa di titik ini. Dan